Alright guys, Dokkan time again, and today we're going to be doing the how to build for LR, Pilaf, and Shu and Mai. So this is the new World Tournament LR that's going to be on Global. It's already on JP at the moment, but for Global this is the first time that it's coming around. And more than likely, most people are only going to pick up a 55% copy. It's very unlikely you'll probably be able to nab that extra one copy. As of this World Tournament at the end of the weekend, you'll be able to amass a total of 2 copies, and that's it. It'll be 2 or 3 other more World Tournaments before you're able to actually get them rainbowed. But at least within the next 2 World Tournaments, you can get them at least to 2 dupes if you get the top score on one of them. Otherwise, it's going to be quite a bit before you do. Unfortunately, this LR is not as useful as Jackie Chun is. It's very unfortunate because I like the Pilaf gang. I think they're fun, they're funny, they're cool. It's Dragon Ball, you know. It is what it is, but they're just nowhere near as useful as good. As you can see, I still have the new how to build section on the right side of the screen. You can definitely see they are primarily a full dodge build. I'm not giving them full dodge primarily for the fact of, you know, you want to take them in the hard content or something like that. I mean, if you are so choosing to take them into difficult content, yes, that is how you should build them. Is you should just give them full dodge and put the rest into crit so they can actually do some damage. But the reason why they don't have any additionals is because they have no benefit from additionals. If this unit manages to have an easy A within 2 to 3 years, maybe additionals will become their new build suggestion. You know, maybe they'll actually get defense on their super, but they just don't have it now. So let's go over their kit real quick and discuss as to why it's a full dodge build, and then leftovers go into crit. So they're a Dragon Ball Seeker, Key +4, 130 lead. They do have an intro animation, which is the music you're hearing right now. The music you're hearing right now is their intro. It's kind of wonky, it's kind of funny, it's very cutesy. But they have, upon their entrance animation, once only, they will change physical key spheres to AGL Tech or STR key spheres for 5 turns from the character's entry turn, which is good. That's orb changing for 5 turns. That's pretty useful. Attack and defense 120 plus an additional attack and defense 40 when forming a super, and another additional attack and defense plus 40% if they perform an 18 key super. I'm not gonna mince words with you guys. These guys have no defense. They have absolutely no defense. I'm not gonna bother going over to Halvard's page. They will not eclipse 500k defense. They will not go over 500k. You would have to spam, not even with Bulma support, actually. If you have off-turn Bulma support, that is with off-turn Bulma support, actually. So, I mean, you would have to have, like, their perfect linking partner plus an extra, like, constant support on every turn with the Bulma buff as well. Just giving them constant support in order to even get up to 600k or above. It's really sad. They're just not built for any form of content. They can't take supers, basically. But as we get down in here, you'll see why it's still possible to bring them along. They do have an additional key +1 per key sphere, additional attack and defense 70, and launches an additional attack. There's a 50% chance of becoming a super with AGL key spheres obtained. They have an additional defense plus 100% and 50% chance to dodge with tech key spheres obtained. And then they get an additional attack and high chance, a 50% chance to crit and seal the enemy super attack with STR key spheres. And then they launch an additional super attack with 7 or more key spheres. And then they have change intelligence key spheres to AGL Tech or STR key spheres when there is an enemy whose name includes Goku. So, I mean, obviously the big portion here that anyone's going to pay attention to is this right here. You get the additional defense, and then you get 50% chance to dodge with tech key spheres obtained. I think that's the weirdest part about this unit is that you want tech key spheres with this unit. In fact, I would almost outright say that you should never not be grabbing tech key spheres with them, which is unfortunate because that means that there's no healing on key orbs, and the likelihood of you getting enough tech key spheres is random because they're just randomly changing key spheres to one of those 3 colors, and it's just very unideal. It's just very unideal. It's very weird. It's very funky. They have some nice animations, I'd say. They're not the most amazing bloody thing on the planet, but I like them. I think they're cool. I think they're funny. They're pretty good animations for an LR, a free-to-play LR. But I wouldn't say that you should be hunting down this LR. I know a lot of people were hunting and really grinding hard for LR Jackie Chun, but there's no reason to care about that this time around. They don't provide anything like Jackie Chun did with support and so forth. If you use this LR Pilaf gang, you're going to be using them purely for category boosting, or they just have a type of category advantage in some fight. That's just how that's going to be. They don't have the most amazing set of links. They have Brainiacs, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance to the Dragonballs, Shattering the Limit, and of course, Legendary Power. They're on very few categories: Dragon Ball Saga, Earthlings, Joint Forces, Earthbred Fighters, Seekers, Revenge, Terrifying Conquerors. As you can see, the top leaders are not exactly ideal. I think primarily you'll always bring this unit onto a Dragon Ball Saga centered team, which is just unlikely in the current set of the meta and just how the game is going. You're not going to probably see too many Dragon Ball teams anymore. Last year is when we needed this Pilaf to be free to play at the beginning of the year, and then he would have primarily shown some use throughout the year, perhaps. Some creativity in teams around then, because, you know, we had Dragon Ball Saga Kid Goku leader, we had LR Bulma, we had the 23rd World Tournament Goku, but the fact that he's coming out now after it's all just done and gone and finished, I mean, he's just DOA on release. It's very unfortunate, because like I said, I like Dragon Ball, I love Dragon Ball, and I would love to use this unit, but I mean, it's just not in the cards, man. It's really not. They released in the worst possible scenario. So, I mean, they have built-in additionals they can potentially crit, but primarily you're always going to grab tech key spheres so you can actually have a 50% chance to dodge. And the real reason why, like, no matter what source of content you're bringing this unit into, the real reason why it's a full dodge build is because they just have absolutely terrible defense. Like I said, I'm not even going to show the defense. I'm not even going to waste the time going over to Halvard's Twitter and showing it on paper, because it's less than 500k. Less than 500k is like, it's just not acceptable in today. In last year's meta, in the last 2, 3, 4 years worth of metas, there is no reason any unit should be below 500k defense post supering. There's no reason for that. It's really sad. I'm really saddened by the release of this unit. I'll use them for gags and for fun, you know, watch the animations, enjoy the game. But otherwise, it's just sad that they made him kind of worthless. So, at least he's an orb changer. You can definitely use him for that. Hopefully, you know, there will be some content in the future you could potentially use him in. I'm not really sure what ESBRs or Super Battle Roads you could use him in at the top of my head. Because, once again, he's a dodge or die unit. So, but anyways, guys, let me know what you think of LR Pilaf. Are you going to be really grinding hard in World Tournament just to get that one extra copy right now? Or are you just going to casually wait out the year, you know? Every World Tournament, you'll get one copy. You'll get them to Rainbow eventually. So, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And I hope you have a good day and a good night.